Hello and welcome back to episode 8 of the Woven Almanac Podcast. If you're new, you're very welcome, and I'll give you a super quick intro because if I just dive straight into it, you'll be like, who are you? And if you're a returning viewer, thanks so much for coming back and sitting and spending, I don't know, hopefully not more than an hour with me. We'll see. You can also watch me in parts if you want. I do that quite often. So anyway, I've written a few notes. Where to begin? Welcome, my name is Dawn. I'm a British expat. I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England. And for over 20 years, I've been living in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam. And I live here with my partner, Lawrence. He's from South Africa. He's not Dutch. Some people think I'm with a Dutch person, and I'm not. And my two sons, Joshua, who had a birthday. He turned 20 this month. I think it's this month. I'm not sure when this will upload. November. And my younger son, William, he's 15. And we have two fur babies who are very spoiled. Jack is our Parsons Terrier and Daxter is our very fluffy ginger tomcat. So welcome everybody. I'm an avid crafter. I'm a bit of a craftaholic. So I have another channel here in YouTube land called Dawn's Days, and that's where I vlog. I do a weekly vlog every Sunday, and I just share everything, that's going on in my life. And if I'm going somewhere, I take you with me, so you get to see a little bit of the Netherlands. So it's a little bit like a life travel, shopping hauls, and because I am an avid crafter, there's always a crafty element on the vlog channel. But yeah, not everybody's into craft who watches that. So I have this new channel, well, newish, the Woven Almanac, where I get to sit and talk about all the crafty things I've been up to or what I'm planning to do. It's like the roundup. I did host a podcast, a craft podcast on the Dawn's Days channel, and if you're familiar with playlists, I categorise everything over on that channel. So there's a folder called weekly vlogs. There's tutorials on there. There's also, I think there's some product reviews, and there's also a folder for Vlogtober, because I do that now and again sporadically, and the podcasts are on there, and they're the craft workshop podcasts. So I think there's about 20 something, maybe 30 or so podcasts over on that channel. So I'm not new to YouTube, as you've gathered. But yeah, this is the dedicated space now here on YouTube land, where I talk about all the crafty stuff. Okay, formalities over. I'll give you a little quick update. So yeah, what's happened since? So Josh had a birthday. He's 20. My eldest baby is now a man. I also, somebody hit the car when it was parked outside the house and drove off. So we have a lovely couple of dents and scrapes in the side of the car. And we're battling with the insurance company to see who's going to pay for it, because we don't know who did it. And it looks like nobody's willing to pay for it. So it's not the end of the world. And in light of current times, it can stay with a dent in it. It's a bit annoying, but anyway, it is what it is. What else? Oh yeah, so the neck thing, I've shared that with you, in the last few episodes. So I've still got the hernias. I did go back to hospital for a planned treatment. It was cortisone injection in the spine, and when I was in the theatre, the doctor decided that wasn't the right treatment. She didn't want to do it. So that week had a couple of back and forth hospital appointments, and now I think by the time, maybe this is loading on Tuesday, maybe I've had the treatment. So we're going down the nerve block road again. And this is my original doctor who really advocates that treatment. So fingers crossed. So I think that's it. Oh, the other thing is, in case you're wondering, it's that time of the year. Yes, I will be doing Vlogmas, but not on this channel, because I have a vlog channel. So I'll be doing Vlogmas over on the Dawn's Days channel. And as I said, there'll always be crafty things and very Christmassy, and just showing what I get up to. So before I carry on, I'll put links below to everything in the description box, and hopefully these timestamps. So if there's a particular craft that's not for you, you can just skip forward. And whilst we're on it, if you want to leave a comment, I read every single one. So If you fancy it, drop by, say hello, and if you don't, that's also fine. So in today's episode, we've got I've got some knitting to share with you, bit of crochet, something miniature, and I'll show you a few things that I'm making for the Christmas market. In case you're new, I have another crafty place. So I'm sat in my kitchen diner at the moment. There's yarn all over my house. I have a craft room upstairs on the first floor, which is also doubling up as my home office. And then not too far away, I have a studio or a workshop in my local art centre. I think there's about 60 units there now, with every kind of medium you can think of. You know, there's potters, painters, everything. So yeah, we're having a Christmas fair, I think mid-December. So I've been making some things for that. I think I might have shared that before. I've definitely spoke about it a lot on the vlog channel. So I can give you a look at some of the things I've been making. Actually, I think I did talk about that in the last podcast, because I'm pretty sure I dropped a walnut shell because somebody laughed about it. I laughed too. So I'll show you that. And then I've got a little bit of incoming. But anyway, that's pretty much how we're going to go. I've got very boring Nescafe instant coffee in my England Starbucks mug. Thanks, Nick, if you're watching. Love this mug. It's a nice big size as well. Okay. Right, beginning. Let's talk socks. I love making socks, knitting socks. I've not crocheted a pair of socks yet. Have I? No, I don't think I have. I love to knit socks. This year, my sock mojo just was at an all-time slump. I think a lot of it was to do with the neck and shoulder pain. But one of the successful treatments I had a while ago has helped a bit, which means I can do smaller kind of like repetitive projects. So the sock knitting, small crochet things, which I'll talk about in a minute. So all of a sudden my sock joe, is it? I don't know what you say. My sock mojo, it's returned. And since the last episode, I have now finished a pair of the Gingerbread Dreams sock pattern, which is by Candy Shop Yarns. Again, I'll put a link below. Oh my gosh, what an absolute joy this pattern is to knit. And I think it was at a slight advantage in that I learned to knit magic loop socks with on their other channel, Meanwhile at the Castle, and it's two sisters. So the pattern was super familiar to me. It was all the techniques that I'd learned to knit socks, magic loop socks. There's a little gingerbread man, it's so cute. This duplicate stitching, bit of colour work. I talked about this in episode 7, but yeah, I have a pair, not worn them yet. I sort of attempted to block them, but not very successfully. But anyway, I'm thinking, somebody suggested on the vlog channel that or was it on my Instagram, that maybe I stuffed them a bit. So I don't want to wear them, I want to put them out at Christmas. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Sorry, before I carry on, talking of Instagram, if you want to find me on other social media platforms aside from the Dawn's Days channel, the vlog channel, you can find me on Instagram with Dawn's Days. I do have the Woven Almanac, but I don't post anything on there. I just created it to reserve it so nobody, you know, nicked it. But I don't post anything on there. So everything is on my Instagram with Dawn's Days, and I host a really, really lovely community Crafty World 1 Facebook group. So if you want to share anything you've been doing on there, go ahead and join, link below. And I'll just a little disclaimer with that, I'm still moderating that group because people keep coming on, you know, they join and then they just spam the feed with selling rubbish that nobody wants. So I'm approving every post on that. So if you are posting on that, just be patient, because I try and check it a couple of times a day, but nobody's post will appear on the feed until I've sort of clicked the button, and it's just to keep it a nice place for us all. So yeah, anyway, okay, sorry, back to the knitting waffle. Very prepared. Yeah, so I think I spoke about this, but I'm stash busting at the moment, as I think a lot of people are. And the original pattern calls for it's like the same gingerbread colour. That's the main body of the main colour of the body of the sock. I didn't have enough. This ginger yarn was, I think it was from it might have been from last year's advent that I got from Suzanne at Green Lambkins, I think. But I did have a couple of balls. Well, I ran out, but anyway, if you've watched the vlog, you'll know I ran out. About 20% of the last sock to go. This is Lammy's Running. It's a nice chocolatey brown. So I thought, well, it looks a little bit Christmas pudding rather than gingerbread, and the gingerbread man's on the heel. And this sort of speckly, creamy, caramelly colour is one I hand dyed myself. Also scraps left over. The blue advent and the pink, some leftover Lammy's Running scrap. So very economical. I just had to buy a little bit, one more ball of the Lammy's, but I'd bought several because I like them for making toys as well. Right, there you go. A finished pair. Ta-da! But no, there's two. Did I share this with you? I can't remember if I did. But anyway, sorry for repeating myself. It's age and the time of the year. Do you know what? I'm going to put one on a blocker. Hold on, bear with me. I think I've shown you that I always like a pair of plain vanilla socks, you know, like no pattern, just a straight knit. When I've got, you know, nice, like, especially sparkly yarn. So I'd just like this to see the pattern of the yarn and not so much the sock. So I finally finished. I was knitting this hobby yarn. I've not quite matched. I didn't intend to match the colour, but it has sort of matched a bit accidentally. So yeah, this is in a hobby. It's like a very light fingering weight, so it's super soft, but it took a while because it's very, very thin yarn. If you're interested, my go-to recipe is I'd like to do a German cast on because it's got a little bit more stretch in it. I do a 2x2 rib, and I stop when I feel like it. I think there's probably about 20 rows in this, and I do anything between 30 and 50 rows for the ankle. My go-to heel is it's the heel flap and gusset. That's what I like to do. You can see. Pick up the stitches for the gusset, and then I do like a wedge toe. I do like a wedge toe. That's my favourite. So yeah, finished 2 pairs of socks in literally the last month of the year. I think that's only the 3rd pair of socks I've knitted all year. And if you remember, I think I've shown in the last one, I did the lattice top socks. I think they were, is it a Kay Jones from the Bakery Bear pattern? I think it is. And I made a right pig's ear of that. But anyway, not to worry. Right, but I couldn't quite finish them, but I'm almost finished because I think this will be the last podcast this year. Ooh, did lose something. I've almost finished. I'm going to put one on the sock blocker. Another sparkly pair of socks, and this is this yarn was a gift. I think this was from Jeanette last year. Jeanette's Crafty Creations, who's my darling friend. Many of you will know Jeanette. I think she gifted this to me last year, or it could have been Karen from Stitches and Jacks. Oh, if you're watching, girls, I'm sorry if I've got you mixed up. One of you did. They're always spoiling me. But anyway, so I think this was last year's West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarn. It reminds me, somebody said that the hobby yarn reminded them of Quality Street wrappers, which, if you didn't know, it's like a Christmas sweet chocolates in the UK, very popular at Christmas time. But I think this is like Quality Street. It's so sparkly. And the hobby, they've both got stellina in them. The hobby yarn is very smooth, but this is quite, it's a little bit rustic. It's super soft, but you can't see on the camera, but the stellina definitely sort of pokes out, which I quite like. So anyway, I'll show you how far I've got. I was trying desperately to get them done, so I had 3 pairs of finished socks to show you, but alas, not to be. So I think I've probably got, I don't know, about 2 or 3 centimetres to go before I get to the toe. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Bear with me. And then I'm almost done. In case you're interested, so I knitted the cuff and the heel and the toe on these Chai-Gu. I think, are they the red lace? I think they're a 2.5. I haven't got my glasses on, but I've done with them. Oh yeah. Not that I can see very well. Bear with me again. Oh my gosh, I'm so disorganised. It's so dark here. It's just gone 11 o'clock in the morning. I can't even see. I almost put my ring light on. I do have a ring light and I never use it. No, I can't see. I think it's a 2.5. I love Chai-Gu. They're very expensive needles, but oh my gosh, I love them. And then these are, then for the leg and the foot, I changed to also Chai-Gu 9-inch circulars. I think the red lace again. And but these are bigger. I think these are like a 3mm. But I've tried them on. They're very comfortable. Tried one on, and I'm not sure where these. These are from Jeanette, I think, or are they Karen again? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Like these needle points. I'm not sure. Are they higher? I don't know. Anyway, I love them. They're so cute. Every time I put them on the tip, I get a little smile to myself. It's lovely. Anyway, so almost finished. 3 pairs of socks. I'm so pleased with myself. So I was getting a little bit despondent with my sock knitting. Anyway, sorry, I'm faffing around. Right, put that there. And in terms of knitting, I think I've shown you a shawl 1 or 2 episodes ago. I've not done a thing on that. I've not felt like it, to be honest with you. So, oh, that's also in a Christmas bag from Crafty Clegs. Oh, I do have one more thing. Right, if you are here from the Craft Workshop podcast, this is going to be a mega blast from the past. I knitted one of these in my own hand-dyed sock yarn, which was a 4-ply sock weight, and I really liked them. I didn't like the fit. They just felt like I could have gone up a needle, or maybe the sock weight yarn wasn't the right choice. And because of the colour work, I really enjoyed colour work. Because I was doing this colour work, it's like, oh, I fancy making something else small with colour work. I thought, I've got this pattern in my stash. I bought it. So I'm going to show you. They're by Ducati, I think. Be Creative Mittens. I've got a bigger picture of it. And it's a paid for pattern. No, sorry guys and girls. But they're these fingerless mittens, obviously with a bee pattern. And the other pair I was knitting, I just did it in, they were like a nice royal, like a French navy and a nice mustardy yellow. And I thought, no, I'm gonna up my game. So I've gone for a DK, and I'm stash busting. And I thought I want to go like all sort of earth tones. So I had a dig in my stash. I've lost ball bands. I'm sorry. Let me see what I've got in my bag. No, that's not from here. No. Oh my gosh. I put them to one side as well. I had these in stash. I think these are Katya yarns. And they were like, I think they were like €1 a ball. I bought them from a craft fair a couple of years ago to a Nicola. And this is like a tweed one. It's like a DK. Anyway, I think they're both Katya yarns. So from stash, I had some Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino in stash. So I thought, okay, the pattern calls for 3 colours, but I like the combination of the 3. So I'll show you how far I've got. And these, I'm doing these on Knit Pro, and they're much bigger, a 3mm, much bigger. So I've gone up a DK and a 3mm. I'm not sure if they're going to be for me or for Lawrence, maybe. But I'll show you. So I did a bit of a stripy cuff like you do. They actually fit quite nice. And I think, you know, when you've got a coat on, they're very warm. So this is as far as I've got. I'll show you. It's not very organised. So I've got these, it calls for like these flower patterns. This should have been one colour, and I thought, I got a bit bored with it. So I thought, do you know what? I'm not sure if this whole ball would cover the rib on the bottom of the glove for 2 gloves. So that's why I moved to this one, and I quite like them. So the contrasting colour is this Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino. I don't even know what is the colour. Dawn. Sorry guys. Sorry, I just paused that. I was faffing around. Okay, yes. So this is Camel, which is 340102, and this one is Chocolate, which is 340011, if you're interested. Or is it Camel? Yes, it is. And then I couldn't decide if I liked this one as well. This is Teddy, look, it's teddy bear colours, which is 340308. But I thought the cooler tones, this is more warmer. I thought the cooler tones, I think the the Camel stands out a bit better. Anyway, I like it. So I've just sort of doing the thumb gusset, which is here. Do you want to see my floats? I've not even looked at them myself. I might completely embarrass myself now. Oh no, not too bad. There's my floats. Oh my gosh, I am really enjoying this. So that's the thumb gusset on the inside and outside. Sorry, can't see my mouth. And then that's the outside, which is, if you can see, this bee. So I've just started the bee motif, so I'm super enjoying this. The only thing, if you don't like charts, this really isn't for you. I'll just show you without. I'll give you a quick flash without sort of giving it away. But and I haven't got one of those boards, you know, the magnetic boards that I can go row by row. Oh my gosh, I've got to sort of be careful at night when I'm doing it. I get distracted and then that's it, because one stitch out and your whole pattern will be out. But anyway, did the same knitting them on the Knit Pro I did, the 3mm interchange, the Knit Pro Zings. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I think once I get my the West Yorkshire Spinner socks finished, I'll really work on this. I'll be monogamous. Not the right word. Right, so I think that's all the knitting I had to tell you about. How are we doing for time? Right, crochet. I haven't got anything finished, but I spoke about the Ariana cardigan last time. I was looking for that. I'm making minis. I looked everywhere for this. What an idiot. Anyway, I don't know where the pattern is. It's the Ariana cardigan by, sorry guys, it's got the pattern here. This is a free pattern by, I think it's Amy Christophers, yeah. So that's the pattern. And sorry, somebody's ringing me. I'll ring in a minute. And then I've almost done all of the full size squares. So I'll quickly show you. I've got a whole bag of them. I got this free bag at a fair once. It's a Scapier's bag. It's a canvas bag. It's beautiful. So this whole bag is full of the grannies. So I'll get a few out. But I just wanted to show you, I have been working on it, just not, that's the colour I've gone for. And then the contrast, have I still got a ball here? Oh, I don't think I've got a contrast ball. I've left it in the other room. Yeah, I have. Oh, how annoying. The contrast, so sorry, not the contrast. The main colour of mine is like a burgundy chocolatey brown. So again, once I've got my socks off the needles, I was looking for them. This was definitely a gift from Karen. Eric Heyman. Beautiful bees buzzing around. How cute is that? Little notions pouch. At the bottom of my bag. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll finish this, but I just wanted to show you. It's a lot of work, but going back to the small projects, because it's grannies, they're just little. I don't know how I'll fare, you know, like, you know, joining it all and making it up. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge, but there's no rush. I'm enjoying it. I've really enjoyed the grannies. Anyway, to the point. Did I show you? I can't remember. We have a local sort of budget kind of store here in the UK, in the Netherlands, called Zeeman or Zeeman. You pronounce it Zeeman. And they do a very, very affordable range of wool yarn there. And I was in there a couple of weeks ago, and then they had these really nice Christmassy colours, and I thought, oh, I fancy making a granny blanket. So I thought, well, I'll show you again, you know, just slowly, but I've got like, I'm trying to do like all different kinds of variation, and I'm literally just making it up as I go. I think these are all different. Yeah, so look, so it's just 3 colours. But look how different they look, you know, when you, no, 4, I've got the cream. You know, when you just sort of change the rounds. And this is just, I don't know what this, it is a granny, but I don't know, you start round. I didn't even follow a pattern because I know how to make these, my eyes shut. But you go round and round and round, and then I think on the 4th row you make it square. Yeah, I'm looking there. And then it becomes a square granny. And it's all done in US terms. DC. I wanted to say DK, but that's knitting. DK is a knitting weight for yarn. Yes, and DC is a double crochet. Oh my gosh. It's terrible. I had a really good night's sleep last night. So yeah, slowly, you know, having a nice time. Won't take many. It's only like a lap blanket for myself. Or maybe, oh, I don't know. If I could work on it a bit quicker, I could actually make one and sell it at the Christmas market. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. So that's all I've done in terms of crochet. I've got something super cute to show you. Well, I think it's cute. So, many of you will know, and if you don't know, I'm telling you, I have a really old dollhouse. It's sat in the lounge, which is that way. And it's a labour of love. It was, you know, in quite bad disrepair when we got it. And it was still like the original bare wood, which some people said, you know, I should have kept it. But anyway, I like it how it is. And I'm doing it up room by room by room. And maybe, I normally in Vlogmas film the dollhouse, but nothing's changed much because, well, the point of the story, because of my neck and my shoulder, and it's all built, you know, I have to sort of go in the room, and it's really difficult for me. And I had intended to have at least got the nursery in the attic finish. I've got all the stuff to do the nursery, decorate it and make the furniture, but I've not been able to. Anyway, I really fancied making something tiny. I love miniature things. And if you watch the vlog or you watch Jeanette, you might remember that in May, Jeanette came over here, and then one of the activities we did, we went to a doll's house fair together, and we both bought one of these. I'll show you now. A tiny little suitcase with little mice in it. And Jeanette said, I'm going to make I'm going to make mine like a little, little for a mouse. And I was like, oh, I love that idea. I'm going to make a mouse. But I don't know if Jeanette's done much with hers, but I think we've gone in completely different directions in terms of what we've done or planned. Because that's a nice thing. We both bought the same case, but do something totally different with it. So I'll show you. It's not finished. I've still got quite a few things to do in it, and it's only for me, but I would like to get it finished because I want to put lights in it. It'd make a nice display at the Christmas fair at the art centre. So it's a bit dark. I hope you can see inside, and nothing's secure. So I'm trying to look in the camera. So this is as far as it's wonky as I've got. So I've put wallpaper from my dollhouse wallpaper, and I've messed it up a bit, and I can't tilt it forward, but there is like a tiled effect floor, again dollhouse wallpaper. And then I'll take the little mouse out. Hold on. So this was actually a high chair I bought from a dollhouse fair years ago. And it's not the style of my dollhouse. So I chopped the legs off, and I chopped the little, the little rest thing off. And I thought, perfect size for the little mouse house. And I've scuffed it up a bit, and, well, I'll probably do a few more things with it. And then I made, I don't know if I like this, but I've made a little kind of, a little pad and a little cushion. But I think did I make that with Sapia Sugar Rush? It's not soft enough, so, and also the mouse can't fit on it, but it looks nice. And everything's hand stitched that I made in it with scraps. Everything. I've not bought one thing for this. I'm just using scraps. So the little mouse, I don't know what the pattern was. I went on Pinterest. I just screenshot the mouse pattern that looked nice to me, and then so I had it as a picture, and I just shrunk it down, and it was pure luck that it worked out to the right scale, because this is if you're familiar with miniatures, the doll houses are in scale, and the most common one is 1/12, and this is a 1/12 scale chair. So again, I used scraps, I hand stitched, and I had to stitch some right sides together and some wrong sides together, and it's very scrappy, but I love her. She's not got a name yet. Sorry, I felt like I wanted to cough. I did that. So she's super scrappy, and her joints, sorry, I had a coughing fit. Oh gosh, what's wrong with me? I have another slurp. Maybe I'm talking to myself and I've edited that out, or maybe not. I don't know. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, her little limbs move, and I've just put a thread through them. They've not got like doll joints. But yeah, there she is. And then also at the Doll's House Fair, Jeanette and I bought this tiny little crown. So I've stitched that on, and I just French knot her eyes. And I'm sorry, she's naked, but she will have clothing and at least a scarf because her neck's a bit dodgy. But look, she fits perfectly in the chair. That was a pure fluke that I shrank the pattern down and to 1/12. Now, if you look at this little house, it's clearly not to scale because, oh, the fire's fallen. I knew something would. We all know that fire would set fire to the whole thing if it was real, but this is a fantasy land, so so just ignore the scale. So anyway, the doll, so I think I might have shared, I bought like a scrapbook pad. So the fire is a picture from the scrapbook pad, and I'll take it out. I'll show you if you want to see. Maybe you've skipped forward and you're not interested, that's fine. And I've got to paint it yet, so I just glued it to a bit of thick card, put a little bit of balsa wood around it. Lawrence made these these little brackets for me ages ago. I had a pile of them and I've just stuck a bit of wood on it. So I'm going to paint that, and I'll probably have little stockings hanging off them. I have got a paper one, but I don't know if I could do. So, and I'll do a little heart. I made a rug and it was curling up a bit, so I glued it to a bit of a cereal packet, but I had some tiny scrap of sock yarn left, so I've just crocheted, single crochet, US terms, made an oval, and then I'll just show you the bed. It's not secured down, but it's resting on a little shelf, and then I had some Lawrence pruned the apple tree, so I took some twigs. So it's like a mezzanine bed, and you can see I've got a little chamber pot with firewood in it, and I want to put. I'll draw like, I've not glued everything in because I want to draw like little cobwebs and try and put lights in and put some pictures on the wall. And I'm trying to see where I could possibly put a fake window in. But anyway, so it's like a mezzanine bed, and I want to make a little tiny string ladder for her. But I'll take the bed off so you can see. So it's just literally, and then the rest of it's perched on this shelf, which actually is from a doll's house fair, and it was from a shop. You'd use it as a shop display, and I just stuck a bit of paper on the end, and so the bed's resting on that. So the little bed, I crocheted and knitted a scrappy little blanket, and it's a bit holey and misshapen, but that I did that on purpose. And then I've just got a little scrap of fabric as a sheet, and then I made this little mattress again with scraps, and I've done it, it's like a little tufted mattress, and again from scraps a little pillow. It's wonky. So I've just really enjoyed making this. It's been so much fun. Which way around does it go? That way. So when I get round to doing all the little decorations in it, then I'll glue everything in. Let's pop this back in, and I'll probably paint the chamber pot. These little wooden things were a gift from one of my viewers, Shether. So, and I'll paint the lamp. It's just a solid lamp, but so I'll just pop it back in. So you can see how it will look. Oops. There you go. So it's perched on that, and then I'll put like seeds and little bits and bobs. I've got like a little pumpkin, miniature pumpkin, that'll go in there. I've also found this. I might make a little goldfish bowl, but I don't know where I would fit it because it's super crammed in there. And I'll maybe like a little broom, and anyway, I'm just having so much fun making this. It's been a joy. It's, you know, everything. I'll make something and then I'll go, Lawrence, look at this, and then it goes, oh, that's nice. Humour in me. So yeah, okay, all right. I thought I'd share that with you. Pop all that away so I don't lose all the bits. It's all like little bits of stuff I'm playing with. And then I'll make some kind of little outfit for her. I haven't got a name for her yet. What do you think? Have you got any ideas? Let me know if you've got any suggestions. But I liked Matilda, but I thought, oh, that's not very original, is it? Anyway. Right. That's a little miniature. So the next section, or timestamp, is I can show you some of the things I'm making for the Christmas fair. So I have shown, oh sorry, not the camera. I have shown these before, but I've got a bit of a production line going on. So I'm still making these paper reeds made from an old vintage book. If you didn't know, it's the Dutch version of the Forsyth Saga. I just like the quality of the paper. It's very nice. So I just need to zhuzh it up a little bit and then put a ribbon on it, and then that one's finished. I don't know how many I'll make. I was probably thinking about 4 because, yeah, the Dutch are not really big on that whole sort of handmade Christmas fair thing. So, I don't want to be stuck with a load of stock that I can't sell. Anyway, so, right, I'll show you. So I finished the walnut shell. I've got quite a few in production. I've got 4 finished. So I've glued them down so I can show you without flinging them around now. So they're the little handmade toadstools. So there's 3 here, there's 1 in the lounge. So they're all different, all unique. And then I also I'm making a few of these. These are wax seals. It's a nice bee, and I've also put gilding wax on the wax. So I've got a few of them on the go. Again, I won't have mass quantities, but and then the other thing, this is not finished, but I thought I'll show you how far I've got, because I think I've shown it on one of the vlogs on my Instagram where I was painting these little houses. So it's just a wooden block. It's got a little door and steps on it, and then I'm going to have like a little nail chimney. I've not finished painting it yet, and then when I've finished painting it, I'm going to sand it like really hard back, and then I'll probably wax it. Maybe I might put a bit of gilding on it, and then all the snowflakes have got to go around it. Oh, I love it so much. Definitely going to keep a couple of them for myself. So yeah, what do you think? Do you like? Yes, and that's all I'm making. Yeah, the houses, the walnuts, the bees. And then I've got jewellery that's at the studio that I'll sell. I've got some got bracelets that I'll sell. Oh, and I've got paintings. I need to make some I've got alcohol ink. I've got the canvas, and I can't find my alcohol ink. I don't know where it is. I just don't know where it is. And I bought I can show you. I bought from the I went to the hobby shop yesterday, like gold alcohol ink. You have to give it a really good shake, and you get a minuscule amount. This isn't a whole bottle of gold. There's like a little bit of gold sat at the bottom, because I want to do like some gold like veins, you know, through the alcohol ink paintings. I'll make a few. If nobody likes them, if they don't sell, I'll keep them myself. They're nice to hang on my own wall. I think that's it. I've got, so as I said, I'm being very frugal at the moment, as most of us are, and I'm trying to use stash where possible, or, you know, secondhand things, you know. I mean, pretty much everything I've shown you has either been bought from like a budget shop, or I've already had it in my stash. Now let me think. So the Vlogmas and the vlogs are going to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy, because Vlogmas starts in the middle of a week. I think it's on a Thursday, and I already had filmed the whole of the weekly vlog from the week before, which loads the week after, if that makes sense. So I was thinking, oh, I don't know how I'm going to show this. So I think in one of the Vlogmas, I will share some footage of my friend Julie. Some of you would have met her on one of the vlogs. I think we went to Harlem a couple of years ago, I should say. Together we had a girls' trip. And we also, you would have seen her, we went thrift store hunting one day together. Anyway, Julie volunteers at a farm near her house that is run. It's a charity, but it's run with volunteers, helpers, and it's for adults with learning difficulties. And she volunteers there, and she absolutely loves it. She helps out with the animals, she helps out with, you know, the vegetables, the vegetable patches, and she's always crafting with all the, you know, the people who attend there. And so they had a Christmas fair. In my time now as filming, would have been yesterday, but I don't know when you will see the footage. But it's a sort of incoming. I literally only went to support Julie, and she was really surprised I'd turned up, and I said I would. And she'd made some cards with them, with some of the people who you know, attend the farm, the special needs people. And so I bought some of her handmade cards. They're so nice. And I chose these for because one of her favourites, they made these. So this is one of the cards. Sorry, there's a bit of glare back from the foil, the cellophane. So Julie held a star down, and then he painted around it, and then they put stickers on, and even, you know, decorated the envelope. They're beautiful quality. I paid €1 each for them. And again, they sold well, but, you know, people were still like, for me, it's a bargain. This is lovely. Very simple. And she had them threading the beads on string and then, you know, punching with the needle. How effective is that? That's beautiful. And again, the back's decorated. And if you want to look online, that's the charity of the farm. Have a look. I think they've got a website. And then I think I will keep this only because Julie can crochet, but she'd not crocheted for years. And on one of our trips to Harlem, we went in a crochet shop, and I sort of inspired her to start crocheting again. So when I saw this card, I was like, I'm keeping this for myself. So this is a hand-drawn card, and with a crocheted wreath on it from Julie. Isn't that lovely? And again, she's decorated the backs, and it's all, she's done them in, you know, in a crafting group, and very lovely. So that's a sort of incoming because they're all handmade. And then the other thing, I show this on the vlog, don't know if it's interesting to anyone. This cost €2 from the local budget shop, another one which is called The Action. It's a canvas print snow globe, and you paint it yourself, and it's got lights in it. So maybe I'll do that over Vlogmas at some point. We'll see. I don't know. I just thought I'd share that. How nice. And it was €2. It was cheap as chips. Right, okay. At this point, I think I'm going to wrap up the podcast. If I remember, I might insert the intro of Vlogmas just to whet your appetite, get you going. I might do a Vlogmas Eve vlog. Yeah, I think I might. So what you can expect in the Vlogmas is hopefully daily. There will be one weekly vlog, the one that I've already filmed. And then my company has gifted an advent calendar this year. And I have got an advent, I think a 12-day on the way from the UK. I'm not sure if it will arrive in time, but anyway. So, and it'll be a little bit of, you know, I'll go for a day out somewhere, you know, maybe I'll make something or bake something or buy something or just share, you know, general stuff for the day. Hopefully the videos won't be too long because I know Vlogmas is really fun, but they always peter out towards the end because people are spoilt for choice. They're overwhelmed. There's too many to watch. So I have the same. So anyway, links below to everything, and then hopefully I would have inserted a little clip of the intro I made. I'm not a professional videographer. I'm self-taught, so don't expect anything great, guys, but hopefully it will get you in the mood. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and I will see you hopefully over on my other channel, Dawn's Days, for a bit of Vlogmas. And if not, I will see you probably next year, probably in January, for another podcast. So stay safe, take care. Thanks for tuning in, and if I don't see you, Happy New Year. Bye for now.